Oh no, I Frank ate the bag. But yeah, welcome back to Dead Rising No Weapon Challenge. We are now in overtime mode. Frank's been infected, and we need to go get supplies around the mall. So this next part is pretty much you get to go around the entire mall. You get to go back to areas you've been in and get stuff. Now, the extra thing we got to worry about is now the military is going to be prowling around. We got to deal with them. So here's a little cutscene pretty much showing this. So yeah, we got to deal with that now. So I believe. Okay, I know one of the things is in the food, the shopping center. So I'll get that. Okay, so here's the military. As you can see, they have guns. They're very strong. But the one cool thing about the military is that I can't get them that way. Look at that. You get 5,000 experience per kill. So, when I was saying earlier is that if you're trying to level up to level 50 and you have the mini chainsaw which takes these guys out in a few hits, you can see that you get a lot of experience. And that I mentioned earlier, the area before you enter the security room, like the warehouse, I'd say at least 6 people from the military spawn there. So if you just keep exiting and coming back, you can just kill them, and you get a lot of PP for that, so you can just level up insanely fast. So if you're trying to level up to 50, that is what I recommend. You don't have to go killing thousands of zombies or doing that. You can do that if you're at this point in the game. If you've made it all the way to overtime mode, you should be about, if you've done everything like the right way and you haven't been like doing anything crazy, you should be about level 40 at this point, I'd say. If you've like saved a lot of survivors and generally done a lot of the story stuff, you should be good. Okay, I need to drop this. I need to drop this and this and just get wine. Like I said, wine is probably one of the best recovery items in the game, not including like the juices. Look at that, they're so dumb. They don't even know how to open these doors. Okay, first aid kit. So the next one I need to get is in Wonderland Plaza. Which one is that? Estelle's Flying Lady, Cosmetics, Entrance. I believe this is in the Entrance Plaza as well. No, this is Paradise. This is Sports High Entrance. Magnifying Glass. Gold. Wonderland. Wait. Yep, Wonderland Plaza. Okay, so that's my next destination, and it's right next door. So I'm going to head right there. Like I said, wine gets the job done. Okay, so how am I looking on this? Okay, I'm just gonna rush it. So as you saw, I can't really fight these guys without any weapons. It takes a really long time, and even with weapons, it takes a long time. So I'm just gonna, for the purpose of this, I'm just gonna skip it unless I have to fight them. In some cases, I will have to fight them, but it has to be within. Ooh, getting kind of frame rate kind of dropped there, but it'll be in cases where it's a small amount and it's not like a huge like over crowd, because I can't fight like 5 against 1, especially with no weapons. No, I just want to baseball bat. Oh, no. Wall kick. Yep, best move in the game. There's also something else I can show. Oh, it's downstairs. Here we go. Yeah. Run. Okay, it's just one. I can get this guy. Oh yeah, I forgot I could do that. And the good thing is I'm right next to the food court, so that means I can get some more quick steps. Yeah, that thing right there, I should shoot right now. Luckily, I can get it right there, and it's real easy to kill, but sometimes they can be a pain to fight just because they're real high in the air, and if you don't have any ranged weapon, then it's crazy. Oh, yeah, that's the one. That's the one thing that's funny. That move looked funny with zombies, but it looked even more ridiculous with special forces because they have the same kind of dumb movement. So real quick, I just want to show this. I'm sure everyone knows this. Once this moves. So if you so of course if you jump down here, there's a little submachine gun, which is pretty useful if you want that. The second thing is if you ride this, you get PP bonus. So if you just want to get some quick early on extra PP, then there's a little quick thing you can do. $10,000. Like, hey, pretty good. I can do this again. I did. So I can come on. I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I'm thinking I'm trying to, I can wall kick down. Now I can do that. The knee drop also works in that case, but Now I gotta say, I'm pretty happy I kept Machine Gun Frank through the entire game. Like, I thought early on I might have switched it or I might have changed the clothes, but they keep showing this picture. Like, I thought I was gonna keep to something else, but I'm happy I stuck through it. I think Machine Gun Frank was a good addition to this playthrough. Alright, now these guys I will kill because I don't feel like dealing with them while I'm making quick steps. I think I'll throw this guy and I'll do something. Oh, Frank. Don't do that. Don't do that either. How'd Frank do that? Look, they shot their own machines. Like, hey, good job, buddy. Like, how strong is Frank that he can do that? Like, zombies, even zombies, I don't understand. Like, and how do you learn to do that? Oh, I forgot. So one of the items on the list is a blender, and you can actually pick up the blender at any location in the game. There's, I think, a maximum of like 3 areas, 3 or 2. Yeah, there's 3 areas, I believe, or 2. There's a blender in the movie theater. There's a blender in Paradise Plaza, and there's a blender in the food court, obviously. And until you get the blender, any other ones in any area become the one you can use. So because I hadn't grabbed the blender yet, it automatically went to the item. So when I get to the Paradise Plaza for one of the other items, I can then make those quick steps. Let me just make sure real quick that there's nothing else in Wonderland before I leave. Okay, developing, that was... Okay, that's Paradise. This is entrance. Coffee filters. Security room, okay. Coal spray, sport room. Alright, so everything else I'm good. I don't know where that guy came from, but I'm not going to deal with him. Disembowel. Good move. Time until zombification, 21 hours. You know what? I actually forgot what happens if you actually let it get to 0. I think I did it once a long, long time ago, but I don't even remember. So I'd have to actually, I'm going to look it up right after this video because now I'm really curious. I do know I want to get this done fast because one of the things that happens if you start letting the zombification happen even more is that Frank starts to get these freakouts and he drops whatever item is in his hand, and he pretty much gets into this little animation for a few seconds, and it's not something you really want happening too much. So you really want to get this mission done as fast as possible. Okay, so that's Cam's. Nope, it's Camp Stove. Wait, Camp Stove, Goal, Sports, High Entrance Plaza. All right, sit downstairs. You know what? I think it is the one downstairs. That looked pretty sick. Especially with Frank doing the run up into that move. But it looked pretty cool. I love that. Oh yeah, and no, it's on the other side. But there is another Uzi you can get if you zombie ride on a zombie's shoulder and then jump into a palm tree. There's a hidden submachine gun that's pretty good. It's a bit harder to get, and you do need that ability to get to it, but oh my god, Frank. Drink. Okay. Okay, it's good. So, like I said with I didn't mention, I think I mentioned it early in the earlier part, but similar to the cult leaders, if you get caught or you die from the military, they pretty much take you back to a helicopter, which you can escape from, but you lose all your items and really waste time. So I'm not letting that happen. Because everything else is actually, I can get to the security room right now. So I can get that, and then Paradise Plaza, and just head back. So it's actually going pretty well. Like I haven't had any major disruptions in getting this stuff. Maybe the little part back there, but I think everything's been going pretty fine. So I mentioned all the way back in part 1, I believe, about the beta of Dead Rising. One of the cooler things is how much the security room changed, or not really changed, how much graphic detail the security room had. It's kind of crazy. Like it was all like shiny and reflective and dark. Like it looked real sick, but there was no way it was gonna run on consoles without the frame rate being complete garbage. But it's just kind of cool to see some of that stuff. Like I said, if you want to check that stuff out, Stipo Dead Rising on YouTube. It's got a lot of betas for this game. So if you want to see some old Dead Rising stuff, then you got a place. Although you don't see stuff for Dead Rising 4 for some reason. I don't know why. You know, I'd love to see the history of Dead Rising 4. Maybe at some point that was a good game. But we may never know. Although, you know, I've been talking so much trash about Dead Rising 4. Like, what? The heck is ghost? This is a ghost? What? Oh, that was weird. But the one positive thing I will say is that the trailer for Dead Rising 4, the first trailer they announced for that game, I actually thought that trailer was pretty cool. I liked that trailer. I went back and watched it quite a few times. I thought the music and just the editing of it was real nice. But I just think the game was. Oh yeah, that's the first time in the game I changed my battery. Like that was another concept I thought was cool. Was that instead of just giving you unlimited batteries, you after a certain amount of pictures taken, you have to go change them. Like I always thought that was like cool. I always love the muffling of them, the mask. Oh no! Okay, this is the spot right here. This is the part where I could possibly die because there's so many people here. It could happen. Yeah, I'm gonna have both. I'm not even taking. I'm not taking any chances. Like this part's hard. Like if you're not level 50 or you're like a low level, like overtime mode can be tough just because of these guys. Like they can take your health out fast, and so yeah, you can get taken out by these guys real quick. Quick step. I won't have as much, especially that. God, the people still trying to. But it's so easy. Like, I'm so happy that I learned about this finally. Like, my biggest problem has been like fixed. I love this. I'm just gonna keep doing it. Let me fix this. Okay, much better. That was bothering me. It was just in case. Actually, I gotta drop one. Well, just in case they get me, let me just have those orange juices, because I still can die. Like, it's still a possibility. All right. So now I just gotta head back. Oh yeah, there's a camera book which I don't need. And the zombies are back outside. Oh, yeah, neck twist. I haven't done that in a long time. Because there are a lot of moves that are specific to like if a zombie is down or if a zombie's in a certain position. It's pretty much situational melee moves, but I never really do them too much. Usually it's just simpler to just knee drop. And the Wii version. The leisure park on the Wii version is funny. You can get to like North Plaza in seconds. The Wii version is just funny. And then, I played the Wii version. I played the Wii version. I did play it for a bit, and I think there are some good things with it, but I think it just kind of ruined some of the things about Dead Rising. Like, I think making Cletus a gun shop owner and making him like have to sell you guns is dumb. And that the cases are done in a way where if you fail them, you're not really given a penalty for it. You can just retry the case, and the time is missing from that version. Along with many other things, along with a bigger focus on guns. You really are going to focus more on guns than you are melee because it runs off the RE4 engine for Wii. But I need to stop. I've been too much of a negative Nancy this entire playthrough. All I've done is talk nothing but bad things about Dead Rising Wii and Dead Rising 4, especially number 4. Like, I just need to stop. I need to talk about good things. Let me just talk about this game. Let me just stick to Dead Rising 1. Let's make this positive. Let's end this with a good note.
So, this drug that stops the parasite growth, have you ever made it before, or is it just a theory?
When I was working in the medical lab, my brother asked me to research a method of suppressing the parasite. Of course, back then, we didn't extract the hormones directly. We synthesized them in the lab.
What's Frank doing with his
he
hands?
was looking to protect himself from his own terrorist scheme. He wanted a way out, is that it?
I don't know. I know he didn't bring the drug with him here. I have no idea what he intended to use it for. You think I'm just making excuses, but Carlito kept things from me.
Even if you do manage to make this drug, it won't completely cure me, will it?
I'm afraid not. When the effect wears off, the parasite will develop as it normally would, continuing the zombification process.
Fat lot of good that does me. Well, it's the only hope I've got now.
This is all I need as far as supplies are concerned. Now all we need are some queens.
Yeah, listen. Just how long do you suppose your drug will prevent me from turning into a walking corpse?
During my research, I was never able to conduct proper clinical studies. To a certain extent, the period of effectiveness depends on each patient's physiology. It could be a year, maybe only a week. There's no way to tell for sure.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
So, I'll be a walking zombie time bomb.
A time bomb?
What?
Once the drug's development was complete, Carlito poured his energy into starting an NPO dedicated to helping war orphans. We had 50 doses of the drug prepared. Not long after that, the NPO managed to find homes for a large group of children. Want to guess just how many?
Oh my God. Are you saying he infected these kids and then gave them your drug?
I know I
He
said
made 50 little ticking time bombs?
I don't know. I just don't know. It is possible, though.
Look at this. New York, DC, LA. These kids are spread all over the
Well,
country.
this plan is pretty crazy.
If your theory is right, the entire country could be crawling with zombies by now.
We gotta kill those kids.
I don't know what's worse. That we don't know for sure, that we can't warn anyone about this.
Well, what we need to do right now is prepare the hormone and get
Like,
you
who
taken
comes
care
up with a plan like that? It's like pretty insane. All right, so I gotta head to the clock tower real quick. So this isn't too bad. Now I still need to be quick because a certain. I think the last 12 hours is when the stuff happens where Frank starts dropping items and freaking out. So I still have some time left before that starts happening. No, I just wanted to. Okay, So yeah, I'm always gonna check trash cans because sometimes they can have food items in there. So sometimes it's always good to check those. And weapons. Sometimes you can get guns. You can get some pretty good stuff. Don't need any of those. Is that what the helicopter? Is that the helicopter? I can't hear it. No, I don't think it's here. I would have been shot by now. Not looking forward to the helicopter arriving because that I really can't do anything about. So that's what sucks. Kind of crazy of Frank to be walking like that in a zombie-infested mall, walking with his back turned like that. That doesn't seem like a smart plan. Like he should know better by now. Oh!
Damn it. Even if this thing leads out of here, I doubt these zombies would just let us walk right through.
Also, how'd those zombies get in there? Like it can't be like after this thing opened up. Like there has to be something else. But it's like how did they actually get inside that area? Like unless I just don't understand. Like because I don't know. The outbreak starts in Willamette. Like they did say it's spreading across, but how did they get in there? Okay, the helicopter's here now. Like I said, I'd know when I start getting shot at. So now walking through here is gonna suck, and I'm gonna try and limit it as much as possible. Because this helicopter is a pain to deal with, and it's also a pain to fight. There's actually a trophy for defeating it, and you get that cool military outfit for fighting it. So it is cool to fight. Well, not cool to fight. It is like worth it if you want that to fight him, but it's kind of a pain. I always thought that was a cool detail. Like that's the one thing I will say about Dead Rising that I always liked about this game is that there are so many small details that you don't even really think about that they put in. Like just that you can jump on boxes to open them up, and that like certain weapons won't break things. Like if you shoot water at glass, it won't break. Well, in Dead Rising 4, if you shoot a water gun at glass, it explodes. Or just like it's just so many small details that I love about this game, and you really can just experiment and do all these crazy things. Like you could tell they really put a lot of love and care into this game. And I always appreciate it when developers really put that extra just step into their game to make it really pop and just add the extra flourish to it. I feel Breath of the Wild was like that for me. That it was just one of those games where you could tell they put a lot of stuff into it and a lot of details that a player would find. That's sometimes even the small thing that you probably wouldn't even notice until you like started thinking like, huh, that's kind of cool that it does that. All right, if all goes as planned, I should have about all the equipment I need now. Bring me some adult queens and I can get started. Okay, so now we're on to step 2 of the de-zombification of Frank West. Now I need to go find a bunch of adult queens. This is going to be a very time-consuming effort. I don't like this part, really. I have to do it, so I gotta get some queens. So I guess I will call it here for a part. So we're doing good progress. We're almost halfway done with overtime mode, and we just got one more big obstacle in the way. So thank you for watching. I'm John, and I will see you later on Dead Rising: No Weapon Challenge.